This is Kurt Sessa from TGT Webcomics here at C2E2 with Brad Guigar. I mean, Evil Inc. Incorporated. I mean, this is one of the godfathers, one of the half-pixel crew that I've envied, and I've enjoyed your work for so long, and it's a pleasure to have you finally here and in front of me.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and thanks for the whole Godfather thing. I kind of like that. I feel like I should be stroking a cat and expecting favors in return at a later date when you don't know. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow.
Well, C2E2 being the inaugural convention here, it's great to see webcomics.com. It's great to see, Evil Inc. here, Scott Kurtz with BBP, Chris Straub, Starslip. I mean, this is a great event. How did you guys come to be to this event?
Well, when Reed Exhibitions first launched this whole convention, we got the idea real soon that they got webcomics. Reed gets webcomics, and they immediately got on the phone. They said, we want to make sure that we have one area that is just webcomics and that we do it right. And so we talked about it for quite a while. What's the right way to do this? What's the best way to do this? As you see, we've got our own pavilion. They've got the signage up. They've got the signs on floor. These guys get webcomics. I guess I repeat that because it's important to me. Because I exhibit at maybe a dozen shows a year. These guys all exhibit, multiple times a year, same rates. And you come into a convention a lot of times and you deal with people that might not get it. And it makes it hard to come in and do business. But we're all here. All the members of the tribe are here. And that's because Reed Exhibitions made it so. So we love working with those guys. They love working with us. And I can't tell you how excited I am for this weekend because I know that they have created every possibility for a really good weekend to happen. All it's got to do now is for them to open up the doors.
And that's going to be in about 16 minutes.
A couple minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm trying to do a quick run through and all this stuff. But, you're the editor-in-chief of webcomics.com, the pay-for subscription. We're not going to get into that. We can
get into it. It's a wonderful thing.
It is a wonderful thing. I mean, and what better to have tutorials by the Godfathers type deal. That's your new name, not the half-pixel crew, the Godfather.
The Godfather. I'll have to work on my Michael Corleone impersonation.
There you go. But, you've been doing Evil Inc. a long time. I don't see any signs of stopping, really, personally. I mean, and you kind of touched upon it, superheroes is your life.
Yeah, well, this is the kind of stuff that got me into comics. The comics, and I kind of remember getting in the 80s and kind of dropping out when I went to college. And then once I graduated and kind of found my way back in, it was kind of like, oh yeah, this whole thing has been going behind my back. I've got all this catching up to do now, and so it was really nice to get back in and kind of have a rebirth in comics. But these, the comics from like the 70s and the 80s, that's the stuff that really brought me in. So I try to kind of pay a little bit of an homage to them, at the same time bringing in the new loves that I've found ever since. The Blackest Night, the Dark Reign, which what can I say? I'm a total mark for all of that stuff. I get suckered in every time, and I try to bring that in as well. So I try to bring in a little bit of the old, a little bit of the new, but really it's all about this whole superhero mythos that we've built. It's our own mythology in America, and it's really kind of a rich, neat tradition that has too many things to pass up for good writing, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah, most definitely. And everything that you've done, I've really enjoyed. I mean, I cannot say there's not been a single comic that I've not enjoyed, and I'm not just saying that as
I appreciate that.
As a podcast guy. I'm saying that as a reader, personally. And I just want to wish you the best. Oh, by the way, what do you expect to get out of this type of convention?
What do I expect to get? Tired. No, I mean, when you come into a convention like this, you know that it's going to be a big business type of thing. In other words, you're going to turn a lot of revenue because they're going to bring a lot of people in the door. But mostly, I think it's going to be, for me personally, an opportunity to come back into an area that I haven't been to for about 7 years. Last time I was here, my son, who's about to be 8 years old in a couple months, was just potty training. Because I remember taking him to a restaurant and running to the men's room every 5 minutes. for false alarms. You know, it's hard to get that stuff out of your memory. So it's been a long time since I've been here, and I've got a lot of readers and a lot of fans in the Chicago area that have been sending me these emails year after year. When are you coming back to Chicago? And to be honest with you, I would have loved to have come back. Reed was the ones that made it possible for me. So, you know, it's like this is a really great opportunity for me to get back into the area, see some of the people I haven't seen in years and years, and get back into this area, which geographically I haven't been able to do for a long time.
It's great. It's great to see. It's great to have you here, and I can only wish you the best. And I just, you know, I'd love to get you on the podcast if your busy schedule.
Anytime. Well, yeah, my schedule is weird, but if you can hang with a late night schedule, you got me anytime.
Sounds like a plan. I'll make time. I'll go into work late just because I interviewed you, and I'll say this is why.
Count on it. Anytime you want to talk comics, you'll find me on the other side of the phone.
Perfect. I can't appreciate this enough, Brad.
Hey,
thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.